Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with new series. Pride and Prejudice. Chapter 1, The Arrival of Mr. Bingley. The book begins with the drawing room at Longbourn. Sunlight filters through dusty panes, casting long shadows over the faded velvet furniture. The room is a hive of agitated activity. Mrs. Bennet, dressed in a morning gown that has seen better days, is frantically rearranging lace doilies while her youngest daughters, Kitty and Lydia, giggle uncontrollably over a crumpled newspaper. The world of Meryton is anchored in a single, unshakable truth: a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. This is not merely a social observation, it is a desperate survival strategy. The Bennet estate is entailed, meaning that upon Mr. Bennet's death, his 5 daughters will be left destitute. The arrival of a new, wealthy neighbor, the bachelor Mr. Bingley, at the nearby Netherfield Park is treated like a tactical invasion. Mrs. Bennet sees salvation, her daughters see the possibility of an escape from the suffocating boredom of provincial life. Mrs. Bennet's eyes widen as she repeats the figure, 5,000 a year, like a religious mantra. This creates an immediate contrast between the material desperation of the mother and the quiet, intellectual detachment of Mr. Bennet, who remains seated in the corner, his nose buried in a book, treating his family's panic as a theatrical performance. Mr. Bennet's private study. The room is lined with leather-bound books, a fortress of solitude. He sits behind a desk of dark oak, his spectacles resting on his nose as he watches his wife pace before him. This is the thematic anchor of the entire series. Mr. Bennet is the master of irony, holding the keys to his family's future while seemingly caring little for the gate. He plays a cat-and-mouse game with his wife, withholding the news that he has already made contact with the new neighbor. He enjoys her agitation, he feeds on the absurdity of her social maneuvers. It is a brilliant display of intellectual superiority that masks a deep, cynical disregard for the very societal rules that trap his children. Mr. Bennet lowers his book, his voice dripping with dry, biting humor as he asks, "How can you be so tiresome? You have delighted me sufficiently." He refuses to act as the dutiful husband, instead choosing to watch the chaos unfold. This moment cements the power imbalance in their marriage and establishes the tone of the entire narrative: nothing is sacred, and everything is a subject for mockery. The parlor at Longbourn. Jane sits by the window, composed and radiating natural grace. Elizabeth stands by the mantel, her expression a mix of amusement and sharp observation. The younger sisters are sprawled on the floor, their laughter echoing against the high ceilings. The arrival of Mr. Bingley is a seismic event in the social topography of Hertfordshire. The sisters break down his potential as if analyzing a military campaign. They weigh his fortune, his connections, and his personality against the scarcity of eligible men in the county. We see the clear, heartbreaking divide between the sisters, Jane's gentle reserve, which prevents her from seeing the worst in anyone, and Elizabeth's quick, critical intelligence, which sees the absurdity of the marriage market for exactly what it is. Elizabeth stands slightly removed from the group. Her gaze is fixed on the horizon, not at her sisters. She is the outlier, the intellectual heart of the story who refuses to treat marriage as a transaction. She sees the comedy in the situation, unaware that she is about to become a key player in the very drama she disdains. The hallway at Longbourn. Mr. Bennet stands in the doorway, his coat on, his hat in hand. The house has gone deathly silent. Mrs. Bennet looks at him, her expression a mix of frantic hope and lingering indignation. The chapter reaches its climax not in a ballroom, but in the quiet, decisive movement of a man stepping out the door. Mr. Bennet's simple act of riding to Netherfield to visit Mr. Bingley is the domino that topples the entire social structure of the region. By the time he departs, the machinery of the plot is fully engaged. He has opened the gate to the Bennet home, and he has no idea what monsters or angels he is inviting inside. Mr. Bennet's horse galloping away from the house. Mrs. Bennet's face, seen through a window, is a mask of triumphant, albeit shallow, victory. She thinks she has secured the future. The audience knows the real game has only just begun. Austen masterfully balances the crushing reality of marriage laws with the biting humor of domestic life. Do you view Mr. Bennet as a hero of reason who stands apart from the absurdity, or as a negligent father who uses his family's future as a source of private entertainment? Don't miss a single beat of this journey. Subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on every chapter breakdown. Share your thoughts in the comments below,